This week's episode is brought to you by Body Scare. All natural body care products so good, they're scary.
What's going on? That's my favorite song ever.
Hello and welcome back to an all-new Zompire podcast. I almost said horde. With my good... Oh, wow, we got more people jumping in.
Yeah, we got Lindsay!
Lindsay!
Lindsay! There she is.
There's too many people.
Tonight,
How's
we
it
are
going?
talking with... Oh, sorry, we're going good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Tonight, we're
Nice
talking
to
with
meet you.
Real Fiction Studios.
Real Fiction Studios.
Real.
Welcome, everybody.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me I spelled it wrong.
Thanks
Did
for
I?
having me. I'm here every week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This week, you're the ghost.
I am the ghost.
Aaron, what's
Carlson,
up, brother?
Hey, Aaron.
Aaron, Crystal.
I'm working
Aaron,
as
you
fast
need
as
to
I
cook
can.
for us sometime, man. Your food looks amazing.
Wait, who's eating?
Aaron's cooking.
Oh,
He
I
cooks all
thought
the
like
time.
somebody said.
He's got the
What's
best.
up, Melissa? Glad you're
ever.
back again.
Yay. Melissa's back.
I should have you.
What's up, Sea Monster? Hey, Aaron. It was really nice to see you on Saturday. I'm not trying to think about what day that was.
Days of the week are hard.
What
It's
movie
hard.
was that you did the premiere for?
Genre, right?
Yeah, genre was one of them. The Need was one of them, and the other one was I don't recall at the moment. There was like 18 or 19 films, and it was pretty cool.
Wow,
It was awesome.
That's crazy.
looked fun.
Yeah. It was fun.
I didn't see an invite, so I didn't go.
Oh, well, it was open for everybody. So.
Well, Michelle, since you're here every week and you know everyone, why don't you do a little bit of introductions?
Okay, well, this is Real Fiction Studios. We are the best, if I might say so myself, but I'm a little bit biased. Special effects makeup team in the Pacific Northwest. We do everything from beauty makeup, fantasy, sci-fi to special effects, prosthetics, life casting, pretty much anything that you can think of. Somebody on our team can do it. And so we have a collective. Right now there are 5 of us, and it's kind of like a pool that we can draw from. We all like to work on projects together, but due to schedules and life, we can't always work on projects together. So hey, I'm working on this project, but I'm not available this day. Naomi, can you go and can you fill in for me that day? Sure. Then they go fill in for me. Things like that. So that's the basics of who we are. But it goes before that. Before we were a team, Real Fiction Studios was its own entity, made by Jason Brooks. You want to talk to us a little bit about how it began?
Yeah.
go
Well, go ahead, Glenn.
I was just going to tell Michelle I wanted her to actually introduce you guys. But,
Okay.
I just
Well,
figured
we've
I'd
got-
let her go because it was all interesting stuff.
It's all right.
that I wanted to hear.
We've got Lindsay, and we've got Jade, and we've got Naomi, and we have Jason.
Okay.
Yay!
I know it says it down there, but I just kind of
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
All right. Go ahead, Jason.
No, so back in like 1998 or 99, I was doing a bunch of freelance work, building websites, doing graphic design and everything. And I was going by Jason D. Brooks. I had a jasondbrooks.net site and everything, but I wanted to have something kind of different so it wasn't just me. So I came up with the name Real Fiction, which I've always liked the black and white, like the juxtaposition of words. So real and fiction together is kind of fun for me. And I just made Real Fiction Studios because I was doing so many different things. Got into some filmmaking when I met a guy named Todd Redinas from TBR Video. He brought me on to do some movie posters and props, and which led to me helping him direct some of his little short films. And that kind of got me into the independent film world, and took a break from that. Got back into it years later. And then once we had the first Friday the 13th Vengeance come out in 2019 or something like that, 18, 19, was kind of when I brought the name back and put it on there. But then we did part 2. That's where like Michelle and I, we started working on some of the props and effects. And Michelle was our key makeup person on that for the effects and everything. We started working on that. Then we met Naomi, and who these guys killed it on the film, and with more of the great team and everything. But after that film was over, Naomi and I partnered up and decided, I was like, hey, do you want to take this thing full time and really dive into it and make it something real? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. So we got a hold of Michelle, invited Michelle to join us, who was already doing a lot of great makeup work and effects work for other short films and features. And Jade, who has assisted us along the way, brought her in. And then we met Lindsay, through Aaron Carlson and the Horrorverse people. So that's how we kind of got our team together. And now we're just kind of full force and drowning in a lot of work.
Sure are.
That's a good
That'll
thing.
happen. Speaking of vengeance, since we have it when we're talking about it, I actually put up some pictures because this is one of my favorite. I love what you guys did. That looks so fucking. I saw a larger version of it. It was so fucking cool. The lips being all like kind of weathered and stuff. It was rad.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a prosthetic that we sculpted and made. There'll be more pictures in the Blu-ray behind the scenes and all that, but we sculpted that out of monster clay and stuff and made a prosthetic that
all the prosthetics, actually, the eye, the lips, the little bit across the nose.
Yeah, several pieces that went into that.
Yeah.
How long does something like that? How long does that take to do that makeup?
That was about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
But it was 4 or 5 pieces. And the trick was that David, who played young Jason, he's the grandson of Steve Dash, who played Jason in part 2.
Right.
He lives over in Rhode Island across the country. And so we had to kind of sculpt this for his face without having his actual face. So we got some pictures and some measurements, and we had to sculpt it in kind of an unconventional way and hope it fit. So it was slightly larger than we hoped, but we were able to kind of pull it off and make it work in the end.
Nice.
Yeah,
David was phenomenal. He sat through that thing. He was awesome. Love him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Awkward pause.
I'm like slacking on comments because I'm like looking over at the pictures that I have loaded. Like,
Gotcha.
I can't even see the comments.
Yeah, I have to put them up. They don't show because they go on like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. They're all over the place.
Nice.
But one of the things I wanted to talk about too was because I believe, did you guys design this?
Yeah.
And that's you in the suit, right?
That's me in the suit. That's Eros from Metal Kingdom, written and directed by Cody Newton. So we had a very short time. And Cody's like, I want to make this robot movie. Can you build us some robots? And we're like, in a few weeks. Sure. So he gave me some concepts. He showed me some masks that were online. You can kind of find those masks around from different places. And so we started with that. And I grabbed one, modified it, changed up a bit so that it's unique, and then built a costume around that. And built another one for Fox, which is the other blue robot, and another robot that we built completely from scratch. That's in that same film. So,
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
how was it getting around in that thing?
That costume was awesome. It was easy. Hard to see.
Yeah.
But
it kept fogging up on the inside.
At night, there's a scene where I had to ride a bicycle with these kids and down the street, and I was completely blind. All I could see was like my visor was fogged up. It was cold outside. It was January. It was super cold. And all I could see were like house lights on the side of the road. And hoping I was in the right place. And a couple times I had like little tiny cracks in the visor between the plastic and the visor where I could kind of see out in the peripheral. And a couple times I'd stop and there'd be a car right next to me that's parked. Or one of the actresses I almost ran into once because she stopped in front of me, not knowing I couldn't see her. But I got lucky and survived all that.
I had a similar experience once. I was in Philadelphia at a rave back in like the late '90s, and I took acid. And my friend was like, "Hey,
Already sounds so similar.
My friend was like, "Hey, can you drive me home?" And I had to stay within those two white lines, and they were kind of hopping around. But I got us there. So, yeah.
Man,
The similarities between those stories are just.
Well, he had to stay between the lights, and I had to stay between the lines. So
It's comparable, I guess.
family-friendly movies. No, it's okay.
You know.
Our buddy Steven Belter has a question. He wants to know how you guys came up with the logo, the box design, because it reminds him of the Canon Films logo from back in the day.
Steven, hey, how you doing? So there's a designer, a graphic artist I work with a lot, named Corey Kaufman, and he said he'd help me come up with a logo and design for a while. And so when we're back doing the second Vengeance, or somewhere along the line between the first and second one, he came up with about a dozen different logo concepts, and that was I was drawn to that logo and design, and so it just kind of stuck. And the more we've used it, the more I really love it, and it's impactful, it's visually striking to me, and so so Corey Kaufman has to take all the blame and credit for that one.
This is just very nice of Aaron to say, so I definitely want to make sure you guys read it. If he had the money, he'd be funding you full time because you're ridiculously talented.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you.
Love you, Aaron.
I wish you could too.
Since we got everyone here, do you each have like a specific job or like task that, you know what I mean, is, like Jade, do you have one thing that you kind of do, or how does this all work as a team?
Jade's our bitch.
I mean, slightly. I'm technically like my official title, I would say, is like I'm the makeup assistant. So I like to think my responsibility is pre-planning and pre-prepping for like knowing when everybody's gonna need things, and like I know the layout of like Naomi's makeup kit really well. So it's like there have been times where it's like, oh, I need this, and I just like whip it out. I'm like, aha,
here it is.
Yeah. So I mean, he's not wrong. I kind of am the bitch of the group because I do all the fun stuff with cleaning up the blood, getting out of curtains, and all that stuff. But outside of that, I help with whatever I can, and I also do some hair sometimes. Naomi and I just worked on a feature together. It's feature, right?
Oh yeah.
And I got to do hair for that one, which was super fun. So
that's awesome because I don't do hair, so thank you.
I have a lot of experience with like wig styling and stuff from my background that I've just done for like conventions and stuff. So it kind of naturally like progressed into me just knowing how to do hair conveniently, which works out.
And Jade is super small, so she fits into tiny spaces. So she's like our R2-D2 if you ever played the Lego Star Wars.
They're my favorite thing. I tell this story all the time. There was a set that we were on where we got like a Tootsie Pop stuck in rollers at a warehouse, and nobody could get their hands in there, and I like managed to like get my hand in there with a pair of scissors and like stab the Tootsie Pop out. And the last like 2 or 3 days of shooting, they called me Tiny Hands.
Yeah.
So
that's rad.
I love it. My special ability for Real Fictions is being tiny.
To me, it sounds like you're the most important person there, right? Because you saved the Tootsie Roll Pop. I mean, that hands down, that's my favorite thing.
Absolutely.
Fuck everything else. You saved the Tootsie Roll Pop.
Yeah, I'm the
right.
Tootsie Roll rescuer.
Well, we were in the bottling plant, and it kind of fell into the gears of the conveyor belt, and we always liked when we were on set, we want to leave the place better than we found it, and we didn't want to end up leaving a Tootsie Roll.
A bloody Tootsie
Roll. A bloody Tootsie Roll stuck inside the
Better.
mechanisms of the gears, and then have them come turn everything on. So yeah, we were all up there. Everything stopped until Jade came through and was able to fish that out.
My hero
Another one of my favorites that you did is this.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can't, with Michelle being a host on this show, we cannot go without talking about this head. That was going to be my next question is, can we hear about the head? The prop has made several appearances on our show. So we have to talk about it.
You got to talk about Michelle's head.
Yes.
What do you want to know?
Well, yeah, I mean, in Vengeance 2 Bloodlines, we threw Michelle in there. She did a scene with Richie Ramone, Ticker, and CJ Russell he's a hired gun musician, and they're a traveling band. And I think we had to kill her off somehow. And so we just brought her over and did a quick head cast on her. And I just don't want a bunch of off-screen kills or like little machete kills and that. So I was like, hey, let's just cast your head really quick. We won't do a full one. We'll just kind of do half the thing. And so it's kind of an unplanned spur of the moment, like, let's just do this so we have something cool. And then I cast her head, made the positive, did that whole thing. And then Michelle went and bought a wig, dyed it the right color and everything, and styled that and did the makeup on it to make it look right. And so it's currently sitting in our living room, proudly on display. So we always like having Michelle around.
Literally.
Michelle's head.
God, you guys are probably sick of me.
No, we can never get enough. We got to cast the rest and, have a full size.
There you go.
A Michelle doll.
Yeah.
Full size.
Well, we're getting there. I mean, parts is parts.
You said that was a half cast of Michelle's head. How long does it normally take to do if you were to do a full cast of the head? How much time and effort would go into that?
So a full cast like the one you're showing right now, that one is about 45 minutes.
The time of the actor being in the cast itself is probably 30 to 45 minutes, but with prep and cleanup and all that kind of stuff, the bald cap can sometimes take another 30 minutes. Usually an hour and a half, 2, something like that. All in all,
overall.
Yeah. So the actor in the cast, is about 40, 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Our time is the day.
Yes.
Yeah. I would think it would be I thought it was longer. I thought you had to be in that thing for like 2 or 3 hours. I'd get claustrophobic.
Yeah.
It's funny because we were just in Idaho filming 259 and we met another actress from LA who was excited to show us that she just had some body casting done down there. And she was showing us it's the same materials that we use, same process and everything. And she said, I just got it done. It's like a rite of passage. I was in that thing for like 6 to 7 hours. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what?
Oh my God. Are you okay?
Wow.
And arms out, holding the arms up for 6 or 7 hours.
Oh my God.
No hands, no support.
Yeah.
And said it was brutal. And we're like, come to us next time. Because that should only have been an hour at most.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, because you got to work quick and that stuff dries fast. It dries within, 6 to 14 minutes. Then you're moving on. And anyway.
Peter Anthony would like to know how long.
Of course, Peter wants to know that.
Yes. Louis' penis. We cast that on me and we had to go quick because, you got to get it while it's good.
Exactly. For that one, we used alginate, which dries in like 10 to 15 minutes. And it's a slightly different process. So I think the actual casting of that was probably 20 minutes.
It's probably quicker on the casting because the alginate 15? Is about 4 minutes, 4 to 5. So you basically, you get like a
different one then,
a cylinder, you fill it full of alginate and you put your stuff in there and then let it cure for 3 to 4 minutes.
It takes about 1 minute per inch to get it all done.
So 24 minutes. If I'm doing the math right, no.
Oh my God.
No, but it's then you pull it out. But the alginate it dries out quickly. It's just basically like a seaweed, ground up seaweed.
Aaron.
And so it basically kind of the water will evaporate. Hey, what are you trying to say?
We had a whole conversation on Saturday. You guys should have been there.
I wish. But so we basically just did the alginate. Then you had to pour the silicone in right away before it dries out and shrinks down and all that. So it wasn't too long for that.
We did it all in a night.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
hanging
Peter's,
proudly on our wall now.
I'm trying to get Peter's comment up, but my computer's being a little funny.
Mine did that earlier too.
If everyone casted Nick the Zombie, the type of creatures that could be sculpted off his form could be very useful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And he
Nick.
Was he in the first Vengeance? Yeah.
He was.
Nick. Yeah.
Nick was he was classified as a stunt guy in the first one during the prisoner scene. So after Jason comes and starts hacking all the prisoners down, he's the first one you see when we come out of black. where he's crawling away, all bloody, stumped
Right.
and stuff. And yeah, I wish
Such
that
a
scene
rat
was
dude.
longer with him, but that's
Yeah.
how they edited
I
it.
love Nick. I do have a question because this is all right, ladies. Keep it together for this one. All right. How do you do something like this?
Well, you work out every day for years. No.
I mean, I'm pretty close to that.
I wake up like that.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
no,
I
so
know we
that-
all look like that under our shirts. Don't.
yeah.
Oh.
You know.
Oh yeah, totes.
Get excited.
I mean, I've been talking to Michelle about shaving her chest down a little bit, but
Hey, man, I thought we weren't going to talk about that publicly.
I thought that was Michelle.
no.
I didn't want to say anything though.
So that one, that's funny because that was at 259 and in Idaho. And I was on set there for a good several days before Naomi was able to fly in.
Mm-hmm.
So, because Naomi was working on Midnight River with Jade. So I got stuck doing the makeup effects, which is not what I usually do. I usually stay, I work on the stuff at home, making the silicone body parts and props and all that. And so we get there and it's like, oh, I have to do all the cuts and the scratches and everything. So I called Naomi up on day one. And I'm like, hey, what do I do? Looked at a couple tutorial things and stuff.
Like,
and,
help me.
yeah, just to get the confidence. I had in my mind what I
And
needed
it
to
turned
do.
out great. You were sending me pictures and everything looked awesome.
Yeah.
So.
I was like, should I do any more than this? Or is this it? And you're like, that looks great. So that's Kevin. Kevin Caliber.
Yes.
He's a great actor from LA in a lot of things. And he was in Thor, like part 2. He's one of the gold guys, the sentient guys.
Oh,
and stuff.
wow.
And he was also
Cool.
the perfect form. He was also in
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Mhm.
So he's in a wait, no, that was Guardians of the Galaxy. But he was also Thor.
Oh.
Oh, he was like 7 different guys in Thor. I got them mixed up and backwards. Strike that, reverse it. So anyway, he's a great guy. He shows up, and all the guys want to hate him when he comes on set because he's fucking handsome and super ripped. And he comes in and he's like the sweetest guy ever, and so
nice.
personable, so nice. So ladies, sorry, I got to be the one to go and paint all those scratches on him.
I helped.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got there.
I
did that.
Yeah. So we did that together. But then there was another day where I had to do it by myself.
So is that all done with makeup, or is there actual like prosthetic as well?
That's
To make
makeup.
It's all
Oh,
paint.
really?
That's just
Wow.
like a grease paint.
There's a couple
That's-
techniques where you can do to
Make it look 3D.
Yeah, so if you kind of highlight the edges of the wound, it'll make it look a little bit swollen and a little bit, 3-dimensional, even though it's not.
Right.
Same with like darkening the middle
Yeah.
parts and shading around the highlight and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to tell that doesn't look like just makeup. It looks like
Yeah.
there's like some
Mhm.
like molding and stuff there or whatever. Like
It looks
Oh,
like
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's straight up paint and makeup and
We did that in like 10 minutes.
10
I
minutes.
think.
Yeah. And it was really good.
Oh.
And there was a couple of cuts like that on some of the other actors, and it got pretty quick. Day one, it takes like 10 minutes to get that, and then
Mhm.
pretty soon they're like, "Oh, we got to get Chiego in makeup, get the eye wound and stuff," and it's like
Like, okay.
30 seconds, and you're off. It's great.
When I was looking through your Facebook page and I saw the like the headpiece that you had for Jason. Was that something that you guys designed, or was that something that was like already produced?
It depends
the
on which
demon?
Jason you're talking about. So
It was a kind of like a chest, like a piece that you had gotten that was like this big. It had the rotted face. I mean, I could go to Facebook and steal a picture of it.
So if it's from Roseblood or Vengeance 2, that would be Marcio Charlie, who's this amazing artist in Brazil.
It was gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. So that's Marcio, and he did that. And I wish I did that one. That would have been awesome. I'd love to put my name on that, but no, Marcio gets all the credit.
Let me see if I can grab a picture.
I always forget the name of his little studio in Brazil. It's Halloween Horror. It's similar to another one I know, so I always say it wrong, but Naomi's gonna look it up.
I'll find it.
But yeah, that's Marcio.
Horror Costume Studios?
Horror Costume Studios.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Marcio there. He did the Roseblood face and the Vengeance 2 one.
All right, I'm getting close.
Yeah, both look fantastic.
That's what he said.
You're
Are
getting
you still scrolling?
the picture of Kevin talking about Louis' dick, and now you're getting close.
I got it. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, just give me a second. My computer.
Okay, we're giving you a second.
If I had $1 for every time that penis gets brought up on our show, man, I'd be.
Oh my God, we'd be rich.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Still, since Crypticon.
well,
You got to make your bond.
I believe it's only come up one time since then.
Haha, get it?
come up one time.
Hey.
So yeah, you'll have to make a trip to Iceland to go visit it at the museum.
Oh, do you miss it?
This is the one that I saw.
Yeah, that's Marcio.
Okay.
That
That's
one's
fantastic.
beautiful. Beautiful work, Marcio Charlie.
Let me show that again because I jumped off too quick. Yeah, the
Yeah, I mean, the
detail in it's
detail in that-
insane.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
we tore that thing to shit with all the stunts and everything in that movie. It's by the end of the movie, it didn't look that sharp and beautiful because we just put it through the ringer. But that
What's
yeah,
it like to wear that thing for fucking hours on end?
Oh, like in the 115-degree heat wave that we had while we did it, it was hell.
Awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, it was wonderful. I mean, it could be claustrophobic at times if you're, you know, in all this layers and then the silicone and it's all pressed against your face and everywhere. You can't breathe through the nose. You're breathing through your mouth, and then you have the hockey mask on top of that. You can't see. It's just very, you know, but it's part of the job.
Sure. Another show we had the Horrorverse on recently, and I know that you guys have been working on that, and I saw this. What have you guys been doing with Horrorverse?
So that we came on. I know Michelle had been doing some work with them, talking with them, and we were lucky enough to be brought on that day and a couple other days. And they said, "Yeah, we need to make it look like these guys have been through hell." And so we rolled up and jumped out, got these guys prepped. I think it was Michelle, Naomi, and I on that day. And
the first day we were with them was for the I don't remember what it was called, but it was the Evil Dead one. And that was the first time that we got to meet Lindsay in person too, which was
Yes. Yes.
And that was the whole team all together.
Yeah, that was the only time we've ever all five worked together on a project at the same time.
Oh wow.
You know? Yeah, it was a really fun night. It was so cold and it was like so late and it was like a school night too. I think like we got done like it was late. It was pretty late.
Filming
And it was
got
like
done.
25
Never
degrees
happened.
outside. Brr.
All right, I have another one I have a question about.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Gory.
So
where-
that, yeah. So
Where-
that's for a movie. I don't know what I can say yet because
Don't
I
say
know I
it.
didn't put what movie that's from.
I'm gonna
But
take it down.
basically, I
Don't
split a
say it.
dude's head open, and so we had to sculpt that and put it inside of a head that we cast and everything, so that when we cracked the guy's skull and split him apart, he's got all these elements in there. So,
Well, then I'm gonna stop showing pictures because that was one of my next ones.
oh no, keep showing them.
Yeah.
Okay, this one was like I really thought that shit was real as shit.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That was from
Thank
the
you.
same one that we can't say. But
Right.
super fun. Same thing. We cast the actress's arm, made it out of silicone.
What's on the
Cut it
inside?
up.
Recreated
How
the
do you-
tattoos. Oh, silicone. That's just we sculpted silicone inside the arm and put
Oh,
like a
okay.
little bone chip in there. And
Yeah.
Another good one.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
different movie. Can't say what it is yet.
Yeah.
Don't say
That
it.
one should be coming out soon though.
Yeah.
I've heard within the next couple months.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that one was interesting because, I mean, it called for having somebody whose brains, you know, they're shot in the head, the brain just spilling out. But we didn't know what the location was. We couldn't necessarily put there was a chance we couldn't put blood and stuff on the floor, and so we had to make a portable brain spilling out of skull with skull fragments. So that's all one giant piece of silicone.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
No
otherwise
blood.
we just take fake brains and gore and stuff and kind of put it on there on the day.
Yeah.
But that's a portable
Yeah.
portable prosthetic that we just pop into place.
That's
Oh,
fucking
that's
wild.
cool.
I have to know what is this one?
Yeah, Zombie
Ooh.
Fight Club.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
a good one. We went down to I don't even know where it was.
Bumfuck Egypt, I think.
Yeah, it was out there. It was I don't even know where we were. But that was really fun. It was like a short I don't know if it was for a I don't know. It was a short film. It was really fun. It was like a post-apocalyptic group of hooligans who captured zombies and people and made them fight each other.
They had
So
like a
that was one of the
little
zombies.
arena like the gladiators, but they'd use the zombies as
Yeah.
gladiators, and
Yeah.
they'd have their prisoners fight them and stuff. So
Mhm.
I went to a horror con once, and there was a UFC fighter, and he was pitching UFC, like a UFC fight where it was a fighter versus zombie. I'm pretty sure it got made, but I don't remember if it did or not. But I feel like I remember it coming out. Aaron wants to know, how did y'all learn this craft? Was it just by doing it? Did you have some like kind of schooling? How did y'all get involved?
For me, it was just by doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
this one went to
It
school.
was all. It's all different for everyone. So I went to school, but I also had just been kind of doing it on my own a lot before then, and practicing afterwards.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I don't know.
That's it.
And I was just doing it. I was figuring it out as I go for 20 years.
How about you, Jade?
I come from a very different background. All my stuff is self-taught. I've been doing it and learning the craft since I was like 11. But mine comes from the background of like Comic Cons and conventions for like cosplay. So
Okay.
I got into like the scary movies and like the horror games. So I started to do it on myself. Thank God my mom was super supportive of it because she had to clean a bathroom that looked like a murder scene all the time with me. And then it just kind of grew as like a really big hobby. And eventually like I got to learn how to do the techniques a lot better and the proper ways to go about things instead of the internet ways. The more that I did it and the longer that I got to know Jason and Naomi and Michelle and Lindsay. So it's always, for me, it's always progressing because I didn't get to go to school for it because I went to school for something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my background's in the fun cosplay industry for most of my skills.
Gotcha. Lindsay looks muted.
Yeah.
Lindsay, oh, you're here. Okay.
No,
How'd you get into it?
So it's pretty funny because I also come from a completely different part. I come from theater, so my degree is in theater with a minor in film, and I actually learned to do the prosthetics, the sculpting, everything in school while I was at university. And it was a really amazing opportunity because I had no idea that I liked makeup until I took makeup for actors. And then that's when they created the curriculum for us to do it a little bit more in depth with the advanced prosthetics and everything. Because the whole entire time I was in college, I thought I was going to be a dancer and open up my own dance studio. So it was a little bit off the rails. I kind of went opposite. But it's still in the artist, the artistic realm.
You were still in entertainment and arts.
I am.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah. So
I love it.
yeah, pretty cool. It's pretty cool how we all have different backgrounds. I feel like.
Aaron popped in with this, and I'm gonna need some explanation because I can only think of Evil Dead.
Tree
Yeah.
rape.
That's exactly what you're supposed to think because that's exactly what he's talking about. Yeah, we made some branches. Do you remember the branches that we posted and
I
showed you?
do.
The Horrorverse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do.
So cool.
Okay. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, that was for his film.
Have you guys
that
seen
was episode
Turbo
1 of the
Kid?
Horrorverse, wasn't it?
What?
Have you guys seen Turbo Kid?
No.
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 It's a pretty cool Canadian, like post-apocalyptic sort of horror film. I've seen it a million times. Steven just saw it recently, and he's saying that you guys should do the effects for it. It's a really cool Canadian, like kind of dystopian future, murder movie. Check it out.
I agree.
Ooh.
Kind of cartoony in a lot of ways. I was telling him recently how I got into like this Canadian horror kick. There's a movie called
Canadians
Hobo
make
with
the
a
best horror
Shotgun.
movies.
Yeah, Hobo with a Shotgun. Fucking Rutger
Yeah.
Hauer just walking around blasting dudes. It's so good. So good.
Nice.
What do we got from Aaron? I can't read it.
That says amazing.
Amazing guys. Love it. Oh, good.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
What are you guys working on like currently? What's in the mix for the future?
Wait, before we go there, did we hear Michelle and Jason's how they got into it? Did they answer? I don't think.
Oh, yeah, I think we had the same answer. It was just by doing it.
Just by doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just kind of fell into it. I was doing the costuming thing, helping with some independent films, like doing the graphics. But then I was always creative in making costumes and stuff, which just that led to the next thing. And so
did you ever do like cosplay before you started like acting? Were you building? Yeah. You did.
Yeah. I mean, I did. So in '99, I started getting into that with Star Wars stuff, and joined the 501st Legion and all that. Got a stormtrooper costume, and I was one of the founding members back then, one of the grandfathers, and kind of started the Washington Division, Garrison Titan. Created that, and just kind of that's where my cosplay started, and going to conventions and all that. So, and what my first convention was, the Star Wars Celebration, the very first one out in Denver. And I was kind of like, wow, I really like this. And I didn't know this stuff existed, that you could dress up like this. So then from that point, just finding friends and making new costumes. We all did that together. And that just kind of added to the real life curriculum that leads to what you can do. So
that's like always one of the cool things, like especially when we're at somewhere like CryptoCon, for instance, and you see somebody who like hand makes stuff. You know what I mean? You see people who go and like buy like a Halloween costume of Leatherface and they wear it, and I'm happy for them. But like
I'm happy for them.
But Michelle, like your friend that does the Predator. Yeah. Like, that shit's fucking badass. Like,
yeah, Andrea made that
Predator shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate like when people are like building their own shit. It looks so badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I built a Jason costume many years ago that I actually wore to CryptoCon and to Comic-Con, and that's where the Nile Nightmares found me. They contacted me several months later and said, "Hey, we found you at this con. Your costume looked amazing. We want you to come out and work with us on Friday the 13th in October. Can you come make an appearance?" And I did, and then it just kind of stuck. The costume was very popular there, so I kept coming back. So I got some haunted house experience that way too, expanding, even more. And then people just kept coming up saying, "Oh, you look great. You should play Jason in the movie." I'm like, I wish. When would that ever happen? How could that happen? And then I heard, like, yeah, they're filming one in Idaho. Mm-hmm. So I went and auditioned for it and got it, obviously. But yeah, so cosplay is kind of where a lot of my stuff started.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Do you get does your phone and email just start blowing up around September, early October for appearances, or what?
Every Friday the 13th, I get sent the same meme. Every June or July, I get the meme about July, August, September, October, November, spelling Jason.
Yeah.
Every October, I get them all the time. And people are like, "Hey, can you come? We're going to get married. Can you come to our wedding as Jason?" Like, well, Jason doesn't talk. I was kind of like point to you guys. I don't know, but yeah, I get it.
He's like, so what are you guys working on in the future? Do you have plans as a real one? Do you have? I mean, I'm sure it comes as like, hey, we need you to do this, so you just bop the next weekend or whatever. But do you have anything planned out?
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on right now.
That's good to hear.
We have 5 features this summer, something like that. So Midnight River, which is wrapped, is one of them. 259, which was in Idaho. We have the second week of filming out here in Seattle in just a couple weeks. Inferno.
That's the demon possession.
Yeah, that's a demon one.
Nice.
Inferno just wrapped yesterday, which me, Michelle, and Lindsay all had a couple of days on here and there. Which was super fun. And then Bunnyland coming up in August, which is super gore heavy, the plot is very effects based. So that's going to be a fun one.
I feel like it's a zombie bunny ranch scenario. Please tell me that.
No.
Guess again. We won't tell you.
We're not going to tell you what it is, but that one is very effects heavy. So that's the next upcoming one. So that one's kicking our butts right now because the effects are.
That's a lot of work, and
so
much on that nonstop.
And then we have Laugh coming up in October, November, which is a Peter Anthony production. Mm-hmm. So we got some fun effects to do there too.
Yeah,
that's rad.
Yeah.
Michelle? Come on, you guys.
I'm working on a couple different things. I'm working on something called The Corruption. I just finished up with The Need not too long ago, which I had a trailer premiere this past Saturday. What else am I working on?
All the ones we mentioned.
Yeah.
The ones that you guys mentioned. Yeah, I think that's it.
Right.
You're like, I don't do
That's
much.
it for now.
For now, I'm just squeezing it in between my day job. You know,
I mean, there's
one day this will be my day job.
Yes, there's a
Mhm.
couple
One
of
day.
potential opportunities that people are talking to us about that could take quite a bit of time. Some bigger productions and all that too that are not solidified yet, and we haven't signed anything, but there's a few more potential.
Are there a lot of effects groups in the Pacific, not like near us? Because we all
No.
live pretty close to one another.
Only a small handful, 2 to 3 that I can think of.
Oh wait, we got here. What do we got?
Well, yes, but I'm ongoing with the
What am I,
Horrorverse.
chopped liver?
No,
I'm chopped liver. I'm not even in the god. You didn't even mention me. Man, Aaron, if you were on the show right now, I would cancel you.
no, it's because I'm doing the makeup.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's gonna be
and the
on me.
Horrorverse, that's been an ongoing thing, so that's
Yeah.
we're in that one,
yeah.
going through and stuff.
Have you got other? Did you guys just do the first episode, or have you done all of them?
We've done a few.
We've done.
We've done
Yeah.
all the ones that have effects.
Yeah.
That's all of them, isn't it?
No, not well. Like, I mean, I painted like the Michael mask and kind of helped with some of the Jason costume. That
And
was a
one
couple
other-
of times that I went out when you guys had other obligations.
Yeah, and there's been times
Yeah.
where we weren't able to be on set because we're doing
Right.
other films, but we helped
Right.
behind the scenes to get something ready for Michelle
Yeah.
to take. Or
Oh yeah, like the one with the Deadite when she got she gets shot,
something like
and
that.
we had like the mannequin and like all like the bananas and oatmeal and the blood and stuff, and I got to do
Yeah.
that. I got to do that freaking working prosthetic. That was really fun.
It looked
Yeah.
awesome.
I didn't have you guys there with me. It was really kind of, I was like, I'm doing this all by myself. Holy shit. I hope I do okay.
What's been like your guys' favorite effect to do? Like,
Man, why are
You know
you
what I
always
mean?
stealing my questions?
look, there's been plenty of gaps where nobody was talking. You could have hopped right in.
Always stealing my questions.
All right, you go ahead and ask it.
No, man. No, you already
It's
did.
okay, we can pretend that Vlad never asked. Let's
No,
just
I was
pretend
I was actually just that was actually something I was going to bring up for our next little segment was go around the horn and what was your favorite, like, obviously you love everything you did. You've put your life, your passion into it, but what's the one?
Oh, he froze.
He froze.
Oh no.
Awkward.
Wait, you're back.
I'm back.
What's
Froze?
the one what? What's
Where-
the one what?
the one project that just stands out amongst all of them that you've worked on?
Well, it has to be Vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like the one effect, like the one
Oh.
effect within any movie.
Gosh, there's so many.
There's got to be something good about chopping Michelle's head off. Somebody's got to
Right.
mention that,
Yeah.
right?
Sometimes you want to do it in real life too, but you can
No.
pretend with the fake one instead.
Just so we have 2 of them.
You know,
I don't know. There's so many that are fun.
And there's so many different kinds of effects too.
yeah.
feel
I
that's
like the
hard.
ones that have like moving parts, you know, like that have a blood explosion or something, you know.
I think like it depends because sometimes there's like building the effect. That's fun. Like the split open head that where you I put the
Yeah.
thumb in the eyes and split the
Yeah.
head open. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh, that's
you see
so
everything
fun.
separating. That was
really
fun to build and fun. On set, it wasn't as fun to execute.
Yeah, you just we just put it up on the thing and stuck
do
some
it and
blood
it's
in
like,
it. And we're
yeah.
like, all right.
But then there's ones that are like easier to build, like the
Yeah.
Jacqueline kill in
Yeah.
Vengeance, ripping the spine up. That one I enjoyed more on set than building it, and so there's different degrees of.
Yeah.
And we're still enjoying it today.
Yeah. So,
It's a great effect. It's
is,
definitely
yeah.
What do you got, Jade? What's your favorite one? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Jason.
no,
Where
so,
you
and then of course the penis just.
Oh,
having it
yeah.
in life.
I mean,
Yeah. That thing is.
That
giving
has
us
to be
notoriety
your
and
the
everything.
penis reigns supreme.
Yeah.
Number 1, top of the list for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't work on that one, so.
Me neither. It's fun. For me, we did a feature where we have a I have a thing that I call my skin baby.
Oh, yeah.
That one was just fun. We needed a skin texture for an aged corpse, and I got to sit and do my first body cast for that. So it's my skin texture on a corpse, and so I call it my skin baby.
Oh,
that was like the first like big thing that I got to like really, really build and be a part of in the building process. So that was like a big moment for me. It was like, yes, I'm finally doing something that I love. So my skin baby is always special, but I feel like I have something from every feature that we've worked on that I just absolutely love. But skin baby, top tier.
Yeah, side note, little trivia fact. I die inside a little bit every time I hear her say skin baby.
That's the other thing. I love it's my favorite
like
thing.
And moist that just yeah.
Skin baby.
I loved that story. Skin baby, Tootsie Rolls. I mean, 2 top tier stories right there.
I got the fun ones.
What do you got, Lindsay?
All right, so there's a couple. I mean, I really loved working with everybody when I first met them in person. Horrorverse, that was so great. The Evil Dead scene was so much fun. I really enjoyed the actress. She has balls like nobody I've ever met because it was freezing. Like I just had moved from Florida and I did not understand. Yeah, remember? Like I was so cold and I just could not believe that she was barely wearing any clothes and doing it. So I give her mad props.
For sure.
And yeah, so that was awesome. I can't remember the other film that we worked on, but it was like a bunch of blood and guts, and I like picked up the blood and guts and was like taking pictures of myself with it because I'm that weird.
Was that Dice?
I think it was. Yeah.
Dice, yes, correct. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they're all like morphing together. But I always am like, oh, you guys are doing a body cast? Okay, like I'm free. I'll be there. I love doing behind the scenes stuff. But I think probably one of my ultimate favorite times I've ever done like anything cool, it was back in Florida and I was makeup department head and somebody basically got bit in the neck by a zombie and there was just blood spewing everywhere. And I got to do free reign with as much blood splatter as I wanted to because it was outside.
Nice.
And I rigged up that I rigged up that puppy and let it squirt everywhere, and it was just so much fun.
How satisfying!
Right?
So satisfying.
I gotta put Steven's comment up. Wait, here it goes. Hopefully. There's a story out on godless.com called Penis Spider.
Oh my god.
That if it was adapted to film, real fiction could easily handle the effects for now. The thick spider with penises for legs. Very odd.
I love that.
I don't think they really run very fast. Were they flaccid or were they engorged?
Just running around on 8 little boners.
Just flopping around on like flaccid ones. Like it might as well be a jellyfish at that point.
One boner with just regular legs.
Yeah,
it could be.
It does not make
so many different.
If it is,
it could be a boner with 8 little boners around it like legs. So it's completely made out of penises.
If the legs are soft, I hope that they like kind of slap like with a moist sound.
There's a new Zompire contest that's happening right now. Viewers, send us your drawings of penis spider. Best one wins.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll
post them to my page. Just post them on my timeline. The world wants to see your penis spider drawing.
Whoever has the best, Vlad or I will send you an autograph. We don't know, but we want to see some penis spider photos. Send them our way.
Oddly enough, Spider Baby, which was Sid Haig's first movie, is being remade.
Is it?
Yeah, and I'm excited because I love the story, but I'm also a little weary because it's Sid Haig's first film, so it's kind of like near and dear to me. I met the man, and you could get
Ryan.
Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, and he actually went into his briefcase to dig out a Spider Baby one for me.
Yeah, I love
Ryan
Spider Baby.
The man.
Ryan Race.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Ryan Race is who 259. 259 is based on a true story, and that's the man it's based on.
Yes.
Is this out yet? Or is this coming?
No, we're
out?
filming it. We have another week or two to film at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Like, can we get a synopsis of it?
Yeah.
I mean, well, you said it's based on him, so I'm just curious what the story is now.
No, it's based on Ryan's life and some experiences he went through. I mean, of course, we're taking some liberties,
sure,
for film, but he basically was experiencing these weird things happening at 2:59, 3 o'clock in the morning,
to his neighbor at first,
which is the witching hour.
The witching hour, exactly. And so the belief about 2:59 is that there's a little portal, a little time in at 2:59 to 3 where the demons have this open portal to kind of come through to start the switching hour thing and stuff. But some weird things did happen to him in real life during those times with his neighbors, where they were really trippy and freaky and stuff, and just it wasn't quite right. So we kind of incorporated those into the story of those happenings, and so it's.
Do you want to tell everybody who Ryan is?
Yeah,
please.
It's he's the director of photography for 259, and we work with him a lot. Whenever we work with Cody Newton, so Metal Kingdom, he was on Vengeance. He was on
America's Got Talent or something like that for his dancing.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, he was on that show dancing.
Yeah,
he used to be a stripper.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Go to his Instagram.
He's a good dancer. Yeah.
Yes. He was like with us. We do tons and tons of projects with him, and he's great cool camera team, great dude. Yeah.
Man, my computer sucks today.
It does.
I'm trying to get these up, but it's being glitchy as shit.
Oh yeah, and we made the demon costume.
It's glitchy.
The demon costume for 259.
Or maybe it's my internet.
I don't know.
Or it's you.
He says, and the costume is epic they made.
Thank
or
you.
It's me.
We made the demon for the 259 movie. And that's what the scratches on the chest and everything were from.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one we can't talk about that we just talked about.
Yeah.
Well, the scratches on the chest, like the buff dude.
Yeah.
Kingdom.
Aaron wants to know when we see Metal Kingdom.
Well, it was supposed to be out June 1st, and then Cody got busy with some other things on 259, having to finish the script and everything. So it's coming soon, but the priority right now is getting this other film done. But yeah, Metal Kingdom, the short version, it's like 20 minutes or something like that. 20.
I think it's almost
30 minutes.
I feel like it's half an hour.
I think it's like a 28-minute something
like that.
That
But that version of it should be coming out on some streaming platform in the near future, and then we're hoping to make the full feature of that.
Yes.
So,
and Ryan says it's almost done.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
I feel like, one of the things that I've noticed about not only, the convention scene, but also the special effects, the different, Aaron's got stuff going on. But everyone feels like a big family in the Pacific Northwest. You don't see people like fighting over shit and arguing. Like it really feels like everyone's like a part of something, trying to build something all together. And I think that's fucking amazing.
The film family I have seen that happening. I mean, I'm sure there are pockets, but
yeah, it's like Ryan said, all ships rise.
Yeah, absolutely. So typically before we go, we ask our guests if they have any parting words of wisdom. Each of you can go, so we don't, it's not just one person. So, but we always ask, like, what do you want to tell us? What do you want the world to know?
Well, I've heard a couple times now come up about poor girl barely wearing anything in this cold outside, filming with that stuff. Aaron, Peter, all the directors out there, whenever I've done a film and I've put some poor girl in their underwear out there, or some guy, I've always offered to be in the same wardrobe that they're in when we're out in 19-degree weather, in solidarity. They've never taken me up on it. So but I don't know. Just thought I'd say that.
That is a great closing statement.
I like it.
I love that.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
You're in your underwear. I'm in my underwear.
That's
Exactly.
right.
That's
Sun's out, buns out.
So no, but for real, just thank you guys for having us on and supporting us and Northwest Film.
Yes, thanks for having us, Vlad and Pat.
Yeah.
Thank
That's what we do.
We're looking forward to showing you all the stuff that we cannot show you yet. This last year has been incredible. We've done an incredible amount of effects and things that we just can't post yet, which is
that
really
just means you'll have to come back later, right?
Exactly.
We'll have to do like a post-production show.
Yeah,
I can dig it.
The post-production show there.
So you guys will be too big and famous to come on our show.
No,
that's not true.
For you guys,
That's right. What do you got for us, Jade?
That's too much pressure. Don't put that much pressure on me. I got Speed Baby and Tiny Hands.
I love it.
That's all I need.
Baby Tiny Hands. And Lindsay.
Basically, I was told so many different times throughout my, especially makeup career, you know, you're going to be a starving artist, blah, 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 blah. Well, yes, I am a starving artist, but I love my life. So I'm always one of those people to say I would rather get out there and do what I love. And if I can make a difference, like a positive difference in people's lives, then I'm going to do that rather than working like a 9-to-5 job that I absolutely hate and have completely lost myself, because I used to work in insurance and it was not great. So I know both sides, and I'm just really grateful that I stuck to my gut and continued what I love and a passion for not only, you know, for myself, but hopefully bringing a passion to other people as well. So just keep at it. If you love something, keep at it. Don't give up. I know it's kind of cliche, but it's true.
It's true.
Love it.
Well,
love it.
And I think that your guys' love for what you do and for the art form definitely like shows through in your work on film, and you know what I mean. And like every picture I see Michelle or Jason or any of you guys post, you all look so happy to be there on set, you know, creating these works of art. So it's, you know, it doesn't, I'll just say it doesn't like fall on dead ears when I watch it. I love what you guys do, and I
that love
it.
and excitement comes through in the work you guys do too, right? We talked about that because we talked about Vengeance too several times on the show, and that's like one of the things that I keep bringing up is like you can feel the love and the passion from the people who created that film. It just comes through in the final product, and that's what I love, like to see that kind of shit when I'm watching a movie where you can just where the love just resonates off the screen and into your heart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There was a lot of love and passion in that too, and it really, I don't know, when I watch it, I have a lot of good memories of making that film with a lot of great people.
I get emotional. I think about it a lot.
It's okay to cry on our show. We accept it.
One
that
thing
I'll start weeping.
I want to squeeze in a little self-promotion thing. We have a new makeup line that we're launching this week. We partnered, Real Fiction Studios, Naomi and I, we partnered with Editorial Cosmetics, and we have a palette coming out called Killing It. It's like, that's the name of the line, and the palette is called Scream Queen. This is the look right here. We just did the first look and video.
Nice.
And the lip too.
And the lip.
So all the eyeshadow and the lip.
The lip is called Sinister.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I saw it in person.
How do you get a hold of some of that? My daughter would love it.
Yeah, follow us on these things, and we're going to start posting it everywhere as soon as it's available.
Let me throw the
we'll
sticker
post the
back
links
up.
so you can go buy it, but we anticipate that the first round is going to sell fairly quickly.
For sure.
And hope to get some more in quick. But
put some aside for me. Shh.
I want some too.
Yeah. So anyway, we're excited about that. We just got done doing a little makeup tutorial video right before this thing.
Nice.
And that's the makeup. But the palette looks really cool. Can you go grab it really fast?
Yes, I can.
All right. So we're just excited. We're excited.
Well, and we'll be sure once I see you guys post it up, you know, I'll post it and send it around on our social media too, so we could kind of help out.
Awesome. And we got to design the packaging and everything. We picked the colors, the products, and so it's, I don't know.
It's gorgeous.
It's a big deal
really
for
cool.
us. We're excited. So there you go.
So tell me, is this like all natural, or what are we doing here?
Cruelty free.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. I only use cruelty free makeup. So anything and everything that we put out will always be cruelty free. So this is the palette.
You go closer.
Closer.
Yeah.
Oh, the light.
How do I?
I can see it. Looks good.
There we go.
I love the packaging.
There it is.
And then we can. Whoa, so those are the colors.
They're very.
Oh, it's hard to see
nice.
the colors, but it's like all shimmery and gloss, and that's a duochrome that has like multiple colors in it.
Yes. And then that's the lipstick.
The liquid lip thing. Anyway,
Is that a stain? Does it stay on for a long time?
It's a cream, so
Okay.
it's not like a liquid tube matte lipstick. It doesn't dry down super matte. It stays nice. Like I've been wearing this for 4 hours or something, and it.
Oh,
feels
nice.
fine.
and 8 with
I
it.
ate pizza.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
so
It's
no
excellent.
Yeah.
no joking. I need to like pre-order 3 of each of those from you, like right now. Like just
Awesome.
For sure. I mean, as soon as I got the link for it and they get it up there to start selling it, because it's on another website. But yeah, we're pretty excited. And if you look, we snuck in the chevron from Jason's helmet
Yep.
the hockey mask behind there. So we got
I
that.
see that. That's
Yeah.
I
awesome.
like it.
Nice.
So
Well,
anyway,
and do you guys have a drop
Nice.
date for that yet, or that's what you're waiting on?
the what?
The drop date?
It's probably, I think it's this Thursday.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah.
4 p.m. Thursday is when it should go live.
So join your social medias, and you'll see a post about it. And what's the? Do you guys know the price point? That's what Joanna's asking.
I think it's 30 for the palette and 20 for the lip, but I think it's like 35 or 39 for both together.
Probably get like a bundle deal.
Yeah, a bundle for both is like 39 or something like that.
I like it.
So
Well, we love you guys. We appreciate you coming on and spending your Monday night with us and talking.
I appreciate you having us.
Of
Yeah,
course.
thank you for having us. We appreciate you.
Coming, you guys.
Yeah, and
Thanks for making us come.
well, thank you. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
All
Okay,
right.
bye.
Oh, I cut him off too soon when he was saying he loves us.
Oh, that's okay. Well, what do we
well,
have next week?
Next week we have Steve Merlot. He is the writer, director, producer of the Sawyer family. Oh no, I'm sorry, the Sawyer Massacre, which is a fan-made film that basically it's part 2 to the 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like a part 2 to it, ignoring anything after the original one.
Nice. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Super excited.
I'm assuming it is free to watch on YouTube. I don't know why I heard my echo again. Anyway, it's on YouTube, so you can go there and watch it and talk about it next week with Steve Merlot, writer, director, producer. He's also currently trying to fund with, I think it's Indiegogo is what they do nowadays. He's funding his next project now, so it'll be cool. It'll be cool to talk to him. I'm a big Texas Chainsaw guy, so I'm going to be asking all kinds of questions.
I know you're
biggest fan.
But Michelle, I before we go, just wanted to thank you for setting this show up.
Oh yeah.
It was super
definitely
fun having your team on here.
Thanks. Thanks for having us.
I hope we can get Real Fiction on here again, maybe after some of these other movies come out, so we can actually like talk about them and like, you guys can actually have free reign to talk about some of these.
Right. For sure.
Super excited.
The week after that, don't forget, after next week, we have our 5 top things of the 90s.
The 90s, that's right.
Our giveaway.
Yes.
And our giveaway.
Oh, and the giveaway. That's right.
Love our
good things to come.
And if anybody's still watching, I'm not joking about that.
Steve.
That penis spider
Dude, Melissa Volan already drew hers.
Nice.
Oh, really?
So what it says.
I don't know. Where do we want them to send those to?
Just send them to the main page. Send them to the Zompire and a message. Just send it to us, and then we'll put them. What we should do is we'll put them in like a little thing. We'll post them all together, and people by liking it will vote.
No, if you have a group, you can do a poll.
Oh yeah, we'll do a poll.
Yeah,
or whatever. And the winner will get an autograph from one of us.
The winner will get a penis.
Oh, penis autograph.
A penis autograph.
So you're just gonna put some ink on your penis and go flomp onto the paper.
Just like stamp.
Penis stamped for
I've
your.
tortured my dick enough.
I mean, We'll figure out the prize later, but send us your penis spider photos.
Let's see your peenie pics.
Oh, your peenie pics.
On that note.
And your peenie pics. On that note. This week's episode of the Zompire Horde podcast is brought to you by Bloody Knuckle Customs. Come check us out at www.bloodyknucklecustoms.com.
What's going on?